Hello guys and welcome back to a video. It's been a very long time and I'm not gonna go too much into details why I didn't film any video, because there isn't really a real reason. It would just be pure excuses. But yeah, I'm happy to be back and hopefully this is the beginning of me uploading consistently. Finger crossed. I feel like so much pressure when saying something like this, but hopefully it really will be the case. So today's video, I want to do something which I actually wanted to film for a very long time, which is basically shopping vegan on a budget. So I feel like there is this misconception that vegan food or eating a plant-based diet can be really expensive and unaffordable for some people, and although I'm sure there are lots of different situations where maybe eating a vegan diet is not possible, I do believe that, you know, eating a healthy plant-based diet should be accessible to everyone. So I thought this could be a nice way of maybe giving you some ideas for some meals on a budget and maybe some inspiration for when you do go shopping, because maybe you don't need to buy all that fancy vegan food. And sometimes I'm definitely guilty of that as well. I do love to splurge on some, you know, vegan cheese, or I don't know, there is always something that it's calling my name. So today I'm gonna go shopping in Lidl. So I have two Lidls actually near where I live, and at Aldi as well. I thought Lidl would be quite a good place to start because I believe there are discount stores pretty much everywhere now, and Lidl is very affordable and the prices are definitely cheaper, I would say, than other UK supermarket. But I'm also thinking about doing the same kind of video maybe in other supermarkets as well. And one thing which I would love to do is to actually do one in maybe like Whole Foods or maybe the bulk store, to see, you know, if I can really challenge myself to be on a budget in a much more expensive store. So my budget for this week is gonna be £20. I picked £20 because that's what I used to spend when I was working as a sales assistant with a very small salary, and back then I wasn't even vegan. So I do feel it should definitely allow me to buy more stuff, because obviously meat and fish is definitely more expensive than, let's say, rice and beans. So yeah, I think when it comes to shopping on a budget, you definitely want to be prepared. So I made some notes and I made a list of meals which I want to make, and obviously of all the ingredients that I need. I will do a follow-up video with all the meals from this shopping. I was thinking to do it all together, but I think it's gonna be such a long video. So yeah, I've got my list. I'm gonna grab my reusable bag, obviously, and I'll see you in Lidl. And here we are in Lidl. I'm gonna get the trolley actually, so I have more space for the food. Okay, I'm gonna start with some onions, because onions makes everything taste delicious, and I need about 4 of them. So these ones are 52p for 3, otherwise 62 for a bigger bag. I also want to get some greens for the week, so I'm just checking out the prices. I might get some frozen as well, but the Savoy cabbage is actually really cheap. It's only 67 pence, and you get a whole cabbage or broccoli as well, only 76 pence. And yeah, they're quite big as well. Okay, I also want to get some seeds or some kind of healthy fat to add to the meals, because I think it's really important on a plant-based diet. And I actually found these super seed mix, and I believe, well, I'm not sure, but it should be about £1.15, which is actually really cheap. Otherwise, they also have this seed mix for £1.29. It's quite a big bag, so it's definitely more than enough actually for a week, and this can go with the breakfast or also with savory dishes, so I'm definitely gonna get one of these. Okay, I'm obviously gonna get some pasta because I love pasta, and pasta is such an amazing staple when you're on a budget. So actually the cheapest one is only 20p for a pack of spaghetti, or 29 pence for a bag of penne, but I also saw that they have whole wheat fusilli for 39 pence. Another favorite staple of mine, it's oats. These are so versatile. Obviously, I'm gonna use them for porridge and overnight oats, but I also want to make some very simple banana, oats and raisin cookies, which they're a great snack. And they're also only 75p. Okay, I think I've got everything I need. As you can see, I've got loads of stuff, and I think I'm actually under budget, so I should spend about, I think, 17 or 18 pounds. But yeah, so much stuff. Can't wait to show you all when I get home. So I spent a total of £16.66, which I'm so impressed with, because it's a lot of food, as you can see. I hope you can see everything. So yeah, I still have about £3.40 as a kind of like an extra, maybe to top up on some greens, maybe to get a bit more fruit, or even if you want to buy a bar of chocolate. Lidl is ridiculously affordable. The only thing is, everything comes in packaging and plastic, and actually the produce that comes in the plastic bags is actually cheaper than the loose one. So it's not ideal, but I feel like when you are on a budget, you have to pick your battle, and maybe being zero waste is not going to be your battle. And moreover, if you are eating a plant-based diet, you're already doing something incredible for the planet. Eating a plant-based diet is the most significant thing you can do to be more eco-friendly. So unfortunately, we will have to, you know, deal with the plastic packaging, which in Lidl it's everywhere. But anyway, let's start with the vegetables. So you guys know I love my greens, so I managed to get 2 big heads of broccolis, which they're definitely gonna last me the whole week. Onions and garlic are a massive staple in my diet. They make everything taste delicious. I literally cannot cook a savory dish without onion or garlic or both. And they're also very cheap. These are actually organic onion. They were cheaper than the normal one, and they were only 59p. And then I got a huge bag of carrots. Again, this was so cheap. This was 59p, and it was cheaper than the loose carrots, so I had to go with this one. And then another tip to kind of like eat on a budget is also to check the frozen section. So frozen vegetables are always much cheaper than fresh vegetables. So I got a big bag of peas. I love peas. I can literally just eat them like that. I mean, who doesn't like peas, right? And I also a big bag of mixed frozen vegetables. This one's got carrots, peas, green beans, and sweet corn. Again, you can add these to so many things. This was only 75p. And then for the fruit is definitely a bit more expensive, and I feel like when you stock up on the veg, maybe fruit is not as important as the veg. That's my kind of preference. So I got a bag of apple. Again, apple in a plastic bag were much cheaper. They were 76 pence, and I think you get 6 of them. I'm gonna use these in my apple overnight oat, but also as a snack. And I also want to make the cookies, so I might add some in it, or I might not. I need to just check out the recipe. And I also got some bananas. I mean, can you even be vegan without eating bananas? I've got 8 of them. So these, again, they're great as a snack, but they will be part of my breakfast in the porridge and also in the cookies. And for kind of like fruit, I also managed to get a bag of sultanas. These, they just had a natural sweetness to your breakfast porridge or overnight oats, so you actually don't need to add sugar or maple syrup, which obviously maple syrup is quite expensive. And then keeping on the breakfast, the section, I've got 2 cartons of soy milk. I went for the unsweetened one. This was only, I think, 59 pence. Everything was 59 pence. It was only 59 pence a carton. And I mean, yeah, how can you beat it? So this is also for tea and coffees, if you drink tea and coffee. And then for breakfast, I got my beloved porridge oats. Porridge oats are such a staple. I eat oats pretty much every day anyway. And this huge 1 kilo bag was only 75 pence. Also, I wanted to make sure I got some kind of like source of healthy fats. I think it's really important on a plant-based diet, and I feel like when you're on a budget, you might leave that out. So I actually picked up these 2 bags of seeds. This is a pumpkin, sunflower, hemp, and golden linseed. and also this one, which also has a chia seed and hemp seed, which they are a great source of omega-3. And these two, you can sprinkle them on savory and sweet. And seeds are always going to be cheaper than nuts. So if you are on a budget, concentrate on the seeds. They're still a powerhouse of nutrients, so you're not missing out on anything. And then as a kind of like source of fat, but also as a great condiment and sauce, I got a can of coconut milk. I'm gonna make my coconut and chickpea curry with it, and yeah, it just tastes delicious. And you probably, well, I probably will use the whole can, but you will make a huge batch of it. Moving on to more savory dishes. So again, some staples which I eat anyway, no matter what, it's my budget. It's legumes. So I picked up a bag of red split lentils. Normally I also would buy another type of lentils to make like a veggie pasta ragu, but they only had this type of lentils in Lidl and they were 69 pence. But I'm also gonna make a dal with this. Again, they're so versatile, they're so cheap, packed with protein. And I also got a can of chickpea for the chickpea curry and a can of butter beans for my minestrone. And I think both, well, they were 35 pence each. Again, great staples. And they actually don't have any preservative, it's just chickpea and water. So kudos to Lidl for that. And obviously chopped tomato, again, these are great staple. They make obviously all the stews, the curries, the pasta sauces. They're so cheap. I think they were 28 pence each. And then for my starches, I picked up some whole wheat pasta. You could actually get much cheaper, well, much cheaper. The white wheat pasta was 20 pence for a bag of spaghetti. This was 39 pence. So I thought we keep it as whole as possible. So I went for whole wheat. Bag of rice. They didn't have any brown rice, and this was actually so cheap. It was 45 pence for 1 kilo. Again, it's a staple of my diet anyway. And some potatoes. Sadly, the potatoes were much cheaper in this bag. They were actually on offer, so I think they were 50 pence for 4 potatoes. And obviously I'm gonna eat these as part of maybe like a stew or just on the side as my carbohydrates source. And finally, I did pick up one sauce or condiment. It is a light soy sauce. I didn't buy any spices or kind of like salt and pepper, because those are the kind of thing that you buy like once a month or even once every 2 months. But I did have some money left over, so potentially I could have got some. So yeah, this is all I got. I'm really impressed with it. This is the kind of food that I would buy anyway. Maybe I would not buy, let's say, frozen vegetables. I would go for the fresh version of it, but frozen vegetable, as I said, they get frozen straight away when they get picked, so they actually have the same nutritional value. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the follow-up video where I'm gonna film all the meals which I'm gonna make with all these deliciousness, and I hope it gave you some kind of like inspiration that, you know, eating a healthy whole food plant-based diet doesn't have to be so expensive, it doesn't have to be inaccessible, and it doesn't have to break the bank, especially if you shop at Lidl. I'm not sponsored by Lidl, by the way. But yeah, I haven't been to Lidl in a while, and I was definitely impressed by the price. Yeah, everything is very affordable, which, you know, makes life so much easier when you are on a budget or you have a big family. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. If you want me to do this kind of shopping in any other supermarkets or anywhere else really, just let me know in the comment below. I would really appreciate all your suggestions. And if you want to show me your support, and if you want me to make me feel even more motivated to make more video, just click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I mean, no pressure, but if you could, that would be amazing. I will see you in the next one.